Greetings, this is Skylar Saunders Singh. What's current? All right, we have the details now. I was talking about allegations and somewhat, sorta, kinda, a little bit here and there. These are specifics that are in regard to Diddy's alleged and what he's been accused of tampering with other inmates' messaging units or their devices or something like that. Allegedly he's been accused of taking other people's personal access codes or PACs or PACs and manipulating them and to configure his own way of transmitting messages back and forth to people on the outside. He's using people that are already in the inside, the inmates, and using their PACs or their personal access codes, and he's using he's paying them off allegedly through commissary or through electronic funds means. I guess there's a cash app for prisoners or something like that, or for people that are in jail. There's a website called Contact Me ASAP, which facilitates the communication process for inmates so they can communicate with people on the outside anyway. So I didn't even know that. That's another point of specifics that was not available in the previous posts that I had. That they were just like saying, "Well, was he talking about it during his birthday? What was he talking about during his when he was talking to his family?" No, this is all about being in prison or detention center, I should say. Or jail, because you have to be really specific and say he's not in prison, he's in jail, he's in the detention center, MDC, Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, USA. All right, so but free Diddy, it's all about free Diddy. We can't forget about that. It's all about free Diddy. There's never a time where he was where he was guilty. So he has been proven before a court of law as being a guilty party. So we have to always look out for that. We have to always remind ourselves of that. Okay, can you get the hell out of the way? What is this? Get out of here. What the hell? Oh my, you've got to be kidding me. There's a dialogue box that won't, there's no way of closing. I can't close it. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it went away. Anyway, Diddy Diddy's doing his work. He's fighting and clawing and scrapping. He's got a November 22nd bail date that's coming up. Prosecutors are pressing for him to not, be granted bail, citing that he could be a flight risk. And that's not just to fly. I'm dumb. I'm a stupid guy. I didn't realize flight risk means it just could be just run away, literally. It could be in, go in a car and go away, go on a boat and go away. Just fleeing, just going out of the city and the state, to a stronghold somewhere. I don't know, but this is actually pretty great reporting coming from Mike Winslow. I think the guy's name is. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's Mike Winslow of allhiphop.com. Both Delawareans. Respect to them, all us Delawareans in the game, and that's a respective source. Allhiphop.com, definitely respected. I met Grouchy Greg. I haven't met Jigsaw. I haven't met. I always forget his first name. What's his first name? I don't know why I always forget his first name. Hold on. Chuck Jigsaw Creekmore. I've not met him, but I met Grouchy Greg on numerous occasions. We have pictures together. We chopped it up a few times. He's a great guy. Definitely an admirable source of hip hop knowledge. Definitely a great gentleman of fine taste, and definitely a great guy. Just a good all around guy. So anyway, so I got all this from All Hip Hop. It's very thorough. Mike Winslow did a great job punching this up. That means making this better. And this is all about the BOP, Bureau of Prisons. So technically he is in prison if the Bureau of Prisons are governing all his. And they have this is from the article. They allege that his quote unquote flagrant disregard of Bureau of Prisons (BOP) rules makes him untrustworthy in establishing he can follow court-ordered conditions if granted release. This is a quote. The defendant is well aware of BOP policies but has consistently chosen to ignore them, jeopardizing the integrity of the institutional procedures designed to protect public safety investigations, prosecutors wrote in their recent filing. So the prosecutors aren't playing around. They're not playing. They're not taking any shortcuts. They're not showing any slowing up on his behalf. They're going at him with full force, going at him like a Mack truck, like very fast and with heft. So we have to really focus in on the fact that Diddy could be doing these things. These are all alleged. These are all accusatory. They're accusing him of these things. These are things that he's being accused of. Not necessarily is this all true, but it's just like these specifics are like really on point. Like they really seem really specific. They the PACs, the personal account number codes. I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm saying one way. I'm saying he's innocent. He's an innocent man. You have to wait till you're proven guilty to be called guilty. So make sure you take that into consideration. The fact that he has never been convicted of a crime. That's a fact. He has not yet to be convicted of a crime recently. Not even within the borders of these allegations that have been leveled against him. He's never been convicted of a crime. So he is innocent. He literally is innocent. He's an innocent man. He just happens to be in the detention center. And this is what brings up my question. What funds does he have? This is the thing I want to know. He's allegedly paying off these inmates and filling their commissaries. Can he just buy out a commissary? Like, he's putting up $50 million for bail. And where is the money? Are they on like electronic? Are they on like little cards? I remember when I was in the Marine Corps, we had these we put them in your blue money valuable bags, and you put them at the bottom of your Foot Locker, and you take the card out, and then you buy stuff. Go to the PX or something. That's the grocery store, convenience store. So you use that. So I wonder if that's possibly it. Is that part of it? Everybody gets a card and it's already filled with a certain amount of cash on the card. I don't know. I'm just figuring all this out. I'm just trying to figure all this out. This just seems so goofy to me. This seems so really weird and just so backhanded and underhanded and just a jumble of mess. Just a big giant ball of BS. That's all this is. What is Diddy? Is he paying off people? Is he using packs? What is he doing? Is he using? Is he manipulating the system? What is going on here? What's going on? How does this happen? What is happening? What's going on in his world? What's going on in his life? So, with Diddy, we have to really understand his psyche. He's breaking down. He's breaking down in the detention center. He's trying to get as much out because they're thinking he's tampering with witnesses. That's the whole goal of changing different personal access center codes. But you don't have to change the personal access code on Baja Jackson's YouTube page. It's BeeJackson at YouTube. Make sure you get his subscribers up. Get his numbers up. I want his numbers up. He's got sardines on the grill. He's got fried chicken. He's got near beer or non-alcoholic beer. And he's got strippers all in talks. If you'd love to hear about any or all these things, go to B Jackson or Baja Jackson on YouTube. Tell them that the Goofy Guy Scholar Saunders sent you. Okay, back to Diddy. So with Diddy, it's just a real shame. It just really is. It just tears me to pieces. But I'm gonna ride on him. Pause. I'm gonna take him down if everything goes left. If everything is all right, then he's still freedom for Diddy, innocent man. But if it goes left for him, I'm gonna have to eat off his carcass. Pause. I'm gonna have to eat off his carcass. I have to kick his back in too. This is not a charity. You don't just get oh, Diddy's innocent. Oh, is this innocence gonna do? Is innocent gonna do that? I'm just saying he's an innocent man. He deserves his freedom to be in his own, $61 million or $48 million mansion, whichever one he'll be able to go to. I think he has an apartment in New York City, so I don't know if he'll be relegated to that particular residence. Not too sure. I may have to look into that. But right now, it's all about these different ways. So the BOP, the Bureau of Prisons, is really trying to crack down on him. He's trying to evade federal regulations. Excuse me. And if that could be another charge. That could be another charge while he's in as he is an inmate. That could be another charge. That could be another charge. Go back to Sweet Jesus. Come to objective reality. He said, going back to Jesus. I said, come to objective reality. Nobody wants to talk about that, though. Nobody wants to talk about how all these, people, people say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And then be like, oh, well, that's not true. That's not factual. Really? So you tell me that the Bible is true and factual. And then some people say, and I say, well, that's not science. Or, they'll say, Jesus coming off the cross isn't, or the post, really, the post, and ascending into heaven. Well, that's not science. Well, if it's not science, it didn't happen. Everything that's scientific is existence and reality. That's how I'm a crazy person, so I can call people crazy. The devil knows his own. And I think that billions of people are crazy. Not my type of crazy. I'm officially crazy, but in the sense of not recognizing reality. And then going back to, being scientists and architects and things like that. Then they'll go to church on Sunday and then they'll read the Bible during the week and, different things like that. But it's all, not true. It's not reality. It's not science. Science is things that have occurrence. Something that happens in objective reality. We're living in it. That's why we got Trump back. No, that's called Trump derangement syndrome. Science can't be wrong. Other people's science, some people's science have been wrong. TX Carnage 817 says has science ever been wrong? Science has never been wrong. Just like, that's like saying, the planets or the solar system or the universe has been wrong. That's just part of science. It's part of reality. But other people's science, people have made miscalculations and things of that nature. That has been wrong. Go back to the 19th century. They had phrenology. That was a pseudoscience. But people thought it was actual science for decades probably. until it was debunked and found to be completely racist and irrational. So other people's science can be wrong, but science itself cannot be wrong. Are you suffering from Trump derangement syndrome? Maybe you should try this pill. We're trying. So I got one person, TX Carnage 817. That's all I need. That's all I need. Just like the jerk. All I need is one person. All I need is I'm like Nas. All I need is one mic. All I need is one person to be in the live chat. Nobody was in the live chat yesterday. I had a whole clean show, 35 minutes straight. Didn't have one person I had to do. So I can do it. I can do that. When I get to my millions of subscribers and my millions of viewers and my billions of views, you are not Nas, not even close. I didn't say I'm on his rap level. I'm just saying he had one mic. And that's on one mic he talks about Jesus. Okay. Is that a newsflash? I think that's pretty clear. Jesus died at age 33. That's 33 guns. That's 33 apiece, which means one of my duns was holding 17. 16 when hit your crew. 16 went to you. Everybody got to die sometime. Hope your funeral will never get shot up. Patients is going through the innocent. Nothing is fair. I'm falling up with wheelchairs. My heart is racing. Feel the fear in the air. I let this all suffer for too many years, too many times now. Strapped with a couple of max too many times. If your niggas really busy, love to send me. I don't know. That's all I know. That's all I got for now. If I say any more, I'll probably get a copyright strike. But that's pretty serious. But you just ruined the song. I did. I completely ruined the song. That's a fact. That's true. I did ruin the song. You're telling the truth, Carnage. TX is telling the truth. I did ruin the song. I hate that song now. Well, you can hate me now, cause I'm no stop now. Going back to Diddy, and he is, I mean, he's going after one thing or the next. He's crawling up the walls right now. He doesn't know what to do. Sing Diddy, you can hate me now. Hate the money I make, jewelry I floss, dimes I hit, or something like that. I can't remember all the song. You still have some Diddy, don't you? I respect Diddy. I respect him to the point that he has innocence until proven guilty. When he's proven guilty, I'm kicking his back in. If he's proven guilty, excuse me. I don't want to say when. I'll say if he's proven guilty, I'm kicking his back in completely. No kidding. He'll be a convicted felon. Poor choice of words. What's the truth? Kicking his back in. What's wrong with that? It's the truth. It's reality. It's not literal. I'm not going to literally go up to wherever place he is in his prison system and request to have me actually literally kick his back in or something crazy. You have 2 subscribers? I want to make sure you get more subscribers. I'm going to make sure you get more subscribers, TX Carnage. You need more. I'm going to subscribe to you. I just subscribed to you. You got 3 subscribers now. I haven't seen you in a while. How did you feel about the election? I thought either way, they're not. I'm gonna get money. I'm gonna get this pay either way. That's all I was thinking about the election. Because they were both, complete. One was a complete boorish moron, orange-faced loser. Another one was a cackling space cadet who didn't know her way from left to right, and didn't realize what she could have done. In 2016, they forgot about what happened on SNL. they had the Black Jeopardy, and there was a white guy with a MAGA hat on, and he was just like people were relating to what he was saying because they did not reach the Democratic Party did not reach the people that were in America that are of this land. And you know who else is of this land? I'll tell you in a moment. That would be Dot Focus, DOTFOCUS _ on YouTube. Go to Dot Focus, check his page out. He does great work with the pistols and rifles and sniper rifles on his page. I get live updates sometimes, and he's doing his work. It's fun, it's engaging. So check out Dot Focus _ DOTFOCUS _ one _, not like a whole bunch. All right, so that was my next advertisement. But again about the election, they're both horrible. They're both horrible. Terrible people, terrible people, horrific human beings, both Trump and Vice President Harris. President-elect Trump and Vice President Harris are horrific human beings. They never talked once. We're going to talk about individual rights. We're going to talk about getting rid of all government regulations and controls. We're going to talk about getting rid of every tariff. We're going to get rid of everything. We're going to stop the nonsense about climate control and climate action and stuff like that, and also about securing our borders. Well, securing your borders is cute, but when a missile heads over to us from Iran or North Korea, then that's the borders aren't going to save us. So that's the thing we have to do. I think Israel's fighting our fight that we should have fought over 40 years ago, 45 years ago, in 1979. So Israel's fighting that war. Ukraine is fighting the war. He's saying that Trump is probably going to be able to end the war quickly. He flipped on Biden. He flipped on him like a flapjack. They were cool they're like, it's all right. That's cool. I'm all right. And then he was just like, man, Trump is going to do it. He's definitely going to, be the one. Trump said he was going to strengthen our make sure you get your spelling correct, sir. It's our, O-U-R, not our military. Come on now. But you may be one of the people that the Democratic Party didn't, really understand or, care to have. No, they want to have Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and Usher and Beyonce, millionaires, see, and close to be billionaires. They always say, "Oh, the billionaires." That guy in that what's it called? Oh goddamn, what are they called? Cybertrucks. That guy in the Cybertruck that just switched into the lane. Yeah, he doesn't need a tax credit. Why not? He probably earned his way to get to the point. They never talk about that. They never say, or they rarely say, if ever, they don't say how these people became billionaires, how they worked long hours, sometimes 17, 18-hour days, trying to run a business, a small business that became huge. I mean, look at Jeff Bezos. He was sometimes sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't the smart, the wealthiest person in the world. But just look at his early pictures of him with stacks of books and stacks of papers and old school computer. He's at his desk. He's on the phone. I think it's like nighttime outside. It's crazy. Like, he went from that all the way to being a multi-billionaire. And then people decry them and lower them. Like, it's the same thing. It goes both ways. You meant my grammar. I spelt the word R right. I just didn't use the correct word. Yeah, you're right. That's what I said. I spelt the word R right. I just didn't use the correct word. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's all about grammatical correctness. I get my grammar mixed up all the time. I'm a writer. I mix up words. I always mix up there, and there. I always mix up um other words, which and which. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying, just make sure you have your words right. you know you have to steel sharpen steel. I mess up, you let my dumb ass know. If you're here to educate me, please, I'm all for it. I will not hold that back. I will not ever cower to saying, oh, I'm smarter than you and I know more than you and you're lower than me. Never will I do that. I will never do that, because it's not true, first of all, and it's impolite, second. So that's the truth. But that was the Democrats. Democrats were going after billionaires, and they know how to do it. This is the politicalization of it all. They knew how to say one thing and then do another. They knew how to say, well, she's got millions of dollars, and millions of people don't have millions of dollars. She's got hundreds of millions of dollars, Beyonce Knowles. And Usher's probably got hundreds of millions of dollars. Cardi B's probably got tens of millions of dollars. Yes, Bumbleclot. Thank you. Keep me back on track. Free Diddy. Free Diddy. Keep that up. Free Diddy. Free Diddy. All day. Yes. Salute Bumbleclot. Yeah, I can get other people I don't think he's ever been on this channel before. But on my phone, I'm getting like 10 to 20 people I never even heard about. And it goes up to like 200 views, 300 views. My most is 9,000 views. I've never gotten that high. That's as many views as I got in one sitting, in one video. So that was the Democrats' major failure. That if they failed at anything, they failed at the fact that they didn't reach the people that were coming up. This every day, people call them country bumpkins. People call them rednecks. They call them all that. People that are in rural areas and stuff like that may have college, may have or not, may have dropped out in 8th grade, but they got sense. They got that backwoods sense, like is it JD Vance, Vice President elect Vance. He's got backwoods wisdom. I can understand. He's got books wisdom. He obviously has book wisdom. He went to Yale, but he also has a greater understanding. And this is again, this was a turning point, because Biden and Harris were both not from Ivy League schools. Now, with Trump and Vance, they both are from Ivy League schools. Anybody pay attention to that? That's a fact. You can look it up. So that's what you have to realize. But Diddy, we gotta talk about Diddy. I'm glad Diddy came up. Bumbleclot brought it up again. I've been talking about him. I'm still untangling this web of deceit and weirdness. Is Diddy putting money on people's commissaries? Are they getting the Nabisco cookies and the pudding and Doritos and they're chopping it up and they're making it into cookies and pies and cakes and stuff like that, making jail jello and jail cookies and cream and stuff like that. What is going on? I just want to know. I have to figure that out. What is in Diddy's mind? What is Diddy trying to do? What is his most pressing issue in his thoughts at this time right now? What is it? What is he trying to do? Was in the irony, like I said, the irony of all of this was that the man so adamant about going out and voting couldn't vote. He's not a felon. He's not anything. He's totally innocent. But he couldn't vote. But who you could vote for is my main man Peng. LifeStrongApparel.com. Make sure you go here. Let me make sure I put this in the live chat. Bye. He has, among other items, he has fitness gear. He's got fruit infused sea moss, everything from soursop, elderberry, mango, pineapple, and blueberry. I've had the blueberry. It's excellent. I almost ate the whole jar in a day. So I definitely recommend it. Go, try the other flavors out. Tell me how they taste. Make sure you go, and when you make your purchases, type in this code Skyler10, SKYLER10. After you make all your purchases at the counter, when you go to you make your different selections, keep in mind the SKYLER10 Skyler10 code, and you'll get 10% off all your purchases. So go to lifestrongapparel.com and see for yourself. Thank you very much. All right. Diddy. Is he asking for trouble? Is he does he want to be in more trouble? Is that what's going on with Diddy? Is that what's happening? Is he like a glutton for punishment? Is it that serious? Is jail that bad? People have been in jail for decades. Edmund Kemper. If you never heard of Edmund Kemper, look it up. I think it's EDMUND. Kemper, KEMPER. I think that's how you spell it. This man was eating folk, butchering people, chopping them up, and just then he had one day he just called the cops. He was like, "Hey, come over to my house." And they're like, "Why? Well, I gotta show you some stuff." I'm not literally saying he said that, but like that's the exact same. He was eating people. He was a cannibal. Edmund Kemper. Look up Edmund Kemper. This man was eating folk. He's been in prison for over 40, maybe 50 years, I think. Something like that, maybe 56, almost 60 years. And Diddy's in almost a resort suite in MDC. It's notorious. I'll give it to that. No pun intended. But it's not anywhere where Bombers Row, where Terry Nichols is, and the bomber of the first bombing of the World Trade Center in 1993. Bro, nobody cares about Diddy. The clickbait is not working. Well, obviously it is working because I got views. So what are you saying? And you're here. Why are you here, assistant? Why are you here? Obviously the clickbait worked. If you're here, it's just me, and I dropped it to tell you that. Well, thanks. I appreciate that, but it doesn't hurt me. My numbers are still up. Sorry to burst your bubble. I'm getting paid either way. I'm starting to get more views as it is. Now I've been seeing you talking Diddy nonstop. Well, that's it. That's the reason why. Because as long as there's developments on Diddy, if you go back past my other shows, I've talked about other topics as well. And if you go to my community section, I have another topic that's totally different from Diddy. So I don't know what your point is. I don't know what you're saying. But I do appreciate you for being one of my viewers. You helped my viewer go up. And he puts enjoy the stream with a heart emoji. Well, it's been real. I appreciate you all. It's been 35 minutes. Thank you very much for Bumbleclot and TX Carnage 817, and of course Assistant. I appreciate everybody that came through, and I see you sometime tomorrow, probably at 6 p.m. Take care.